We are back outside. You know, it's an all-American meal, but without all of the bad stuff. We're talking about steak and veggies on the grill, right?
All American.
And starch, but not from potatoes. All right, so we're back with Ryan and Tyler from Enfuse Fitness and Enfield. Now, this is a great, healthy meal that requires no cooking inside.
Yes, if you want to do some grilling outside, keep it relatively healthy. Got the corn locally at Whole Foods, but I mean, it's very tough to get non-GMO corn now. All your local farms are mostly genetically modified. I know I waver on the fence a lot about a lot of things when it comes to dairy, stuff like that. GMO corn, not good for you.
Say no to GMO.
Say no to
So
GMO.
what I'm going to be doing, this is zucchini and squash from the farm share. We just got from our farm share in Suffield. Awesome, fresh. Just cut it right in half here. What I have is a little bit of avocado oil and salt and pepper right there. And we're just going to cut these right up. The good part about a meal like this is we're going to have this on the grill ready to rock and roll in probably less than 3 minutes.
Wow.
All right, so just give a little brush there.
I'm normally the sous chef.
You
Yeah,
are.
right. So what you're going to do?
What are you doing?
Ryan's going to
Nothing.
he's going to take
I
part
thought
right
you
now.
were doing bicep curls.
Ryan is going to be putting all that zucchini and squash on there. He just washed his hands, just so everyone knows.
I did indeed. That's why I'm here.
So throw those on the grill,
Got
throw
it.
the corn on the grill. This is a steak that we have marinating, a little bit of lime juice, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Now what we're making to top off the steak, right?
Yeah.
When you're done, why don't you throw the steak on?
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes.
No
Shoot.
foil. You're putting the veggies right on the grill, but that's why you kept them in such large spheres, right? So they don't fall through the grate.
Right, right.
Okay.
And I leave, like I took all the husks off the corn. I don't want to overcook it. I'm just going to get a nice little char on there and then throw it in.
Got it.
The key to this recipe is the chimichurri. Now this is something that if you were to look up online, you would see 1,000 different recipes and they're all good. This is an Argentinian sauce by origin, but you see in South America, a lot of places will substitute out the oregano. I'm throwing oregano and parsley in. They'll use cilantro, they use basil.
Okay, so this is oregano?
Yep, we got some elephant garlic there,
Okay.
shallot, oregano, parsley, and then this is going to be a little bit heavier in the oil than a lot of stuff that we make. It's about, you could use about a half a cup of oil.
But it's a healthier sauce, so it adds a lot of flavor.
Correct.
without-
It's a healthy sauce, and you're not going to cook the olive oil. This sauce is going to go on raw. If you go to South America, you're going to find a lot of homes are just going to have this on their table with their dinner. Now you're going to throw about 2 to 1 to olive oil to vinegar.
Okay. Hopefully in Western Mass, this will be on a lot of people's tables now too.
Yes, this is
Since you introduced
delicious.
it to them.
Absolutely. We're going to pour this right over. Okay, we're going to get a little salt and pepper in there for flavor. Not a ton. Keep it low salt. You know, by adding all these herbs and stuff, you're really able to keep it, you know, relatively low salt, and you don't have to add a bunch of the other.
Yeah, because you got all that flavor. Now, does it have to be elephant garlic, or would regular
You
garlic
can use
cloves
any
be
kind.
okay?
That's
All
just
right.
what I could
It's our
buy.
favorite animal.
Oh, that makes sense. So you want to,
Yes, you know.
include it in your recipes.
All
I
right,
gotcha.
now I trust you. Take a little dip in there. Try that with your finger. Let's give
You
it a
trust
try.
me? Okay.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Very
That is
flavorful,
so
right?
good.
Now imagine that on top of the steak. Let's take a look. Can you guys
That
get the
is so
cameras right
good.
over here? Okay, so Rye did it perfectly. Now with the corn,
Good job, Rye.
Thank you.
you want to constantly rotate the corn because you see how quick it's going to cook. 'Cause it's going to start to release all those starches and the sugars.
Yep.
So that will cook relatively fast. What I have here are those flank steaks. You can use hanger steaks, flank steaks. Those are very, very trendy now in a lot of the restaurants that you're going to go to. People are getting away from the sirloins and the fillets.
fattier meats.
Right, exactly. So you're going to take this off. We want these to be coming in at like a mid-rare. Obviously, when you take it off the grill, they're very thin. They're going to cook up quick. So once you take them off, they're going to cook up fast.
Now,
So-
you marinated those? Did you?
Yep, marinated them. You get a nice little grill marks. The key to this is getting a nice, hot grill. The hotter the grill, you're going to capture all of those juices and stuff in the steak. If you throw it on there and the grill's cold and you don't get those sear marks, you're going to lose a lot of the juices in your meat.
Right.
And then zucchini and squash, pretty straightforward. You see they got those grill marks on there right away.
Oh, I like that.
Right. And you're not. I don't like to cook mine up for very long. I don't want it to be mushy. I want a little bit of a al dente, like crunch to it. So that's where we're at right now. And then once we're done, we're going to finish off, and then we'll take those right off the grill. Let the steaks rest for 4 or 5 minutes. You never want to take them off the grill, and then cut right into them. All the juices that we talked about when it was hot. If you put it on a cold grill, same thing. Cut it open. It's going to bleed right out on you. Make sure that you give it a little bit of time to rest.
Be patient. Then you put the chimichurri sauce on top. We're going to plate it up. And wow, that
Yeah.
is really good.
It's good, right? And
Yeah.
you want to make sure that when you're grilling, and we've talked about this in the past, that you're picking the appropriate oils for your grilling. And you want to look at the types of flash points that you're using. Grapeseed oil, those types of things, avocado oil, higher flash point, even coconut oil, higher flash point. The olive oil you're going to save for things that you can have raw, and obviously that's an important part of the meal itself, because you want to have a good balance of protein, fat, and vegetables.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait to dig in.
Oh, you
Right?
kidding? I'm
You did
sorry.
a lovely job. It looks beautiful, Ryan. Nice job.
Thank you.
Putting it on
I
the
want to say thank you.
All right.
And then when it comes to the corn,
Sorry to interrupt
Oh,
you.
no.
We're actually going to interrupt our programming for an NBC special report.